Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Uh, so, can you tell me what is the present scenario in South Asia right now?
By South Asia, do you mean the Indian subcontinent or any other country? I think that is what we mean. So, in the Indian subcontinent, I think that generally there is a kind of, I mean, it's a youth-centric demographic now. Most in all these countries, there are many more youths, and by youth I mean people who are under 40, than there are the older generation, and so there is a lot of it is a two-way side, two-sided coin. There's a lot of enthusiasm on one side and angst on the other side. So we have seen the result of that angst in Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, and it has resulted in huge changes in regimes. So that is one issue. The other thing is the disturbances caused by world events. When world events disturb the economic financial fabric, it also has an effect on the social fabric and on the position of especially of those groups who want peace and equality and justice in any society, and that has suffered in the whole of South Asia, I would say. All those youth movements also have not really been totally non-violent, and because of that, then the moment there is violence, there are two sides to it. There is a victim, there is a perpetrator, and this is a big problem here in South Asia. The third aspect is the sense of inflated identity, which especially the majority communities have got in these countries, and because of that, there's a strange and obverse victimization, victim syndrome of majority, which is a completely fake narrative, and because of that, there is a lot of injustice being perpetrated by people who have, the power of violence.
And what do you think is the future possibility in these countries?
So I think that one of the important things that we have to look at is the power balance. The power balance now is dictated more by money than by political power, and this is something which we have to recognize, acknowledge, but we do not have to accept, because consumer culture was one fueling part of the economy earlier. Now, even if the consumer culture is not so important, what has become important, what has become central, is monopolies seated in countries which are very powerful militarily, and the whole military and manufacturing and selling behemoth has allied with what we now call the AI billionaires and trillionaires, and that has created a situation where there is no agency with governments. Governments think of themselves as agents, but unfortunately, whose agents are they? Are they agents of the people? Are they agents of the corporates? Whose agents are they? So this is a huge problem, and this has to be understood, recognized. Only then we can find a solution. The solution to power, to the solution to money, is always people. It has always been there. Whenever there has been a huge, almost universal power, which looked eternal, and one of the biggest examples is the British Raj in India. It was, I mean, they said the sun never set on the British Raj. So if you think in the context of those days, you can see how powerful it was militarily and technically. Technology is an evolving thing. So what you think is very powerful technologically, very important today, was in its own context. Technology was important in those days also. It was a different technology. The railways were a technology, medical sciences, drugs, pharmaceuticals were a technology, and of course modern weapons were a technology. And they had all of that. But how were we able to get ourselves free? We got ourselves free through mobilization of people under the leadership of the moral and courageous Mahatma Gandhi. And because of that, because of the mobilization of people, because of the unity of people, because of the single-minded pursuance of justice and liberty by the people of India, we got this freedom. And so that is the solution. The solution is to work at the grassroots, mobilize people, make them understand that this is not the end of the world. This might look a world of disparity, a world of injustice, a world where there is so much violence and a lot of corruption, especially in South Asia. It looks like that. But corruption takes two people, violence takes two people, and all these things can be met through the power and the ethical base of people's understanding of it, people's recognition of it, people's non-acceptance of it, and then people's negotiating through it and getting out of it through their own action, through what our leader Raj Gopalji calls active non-violence. I think that is the way out. हो गया 5 मिनट तुम्हारा?